Let's continue here. The high stakes and dramatic KZN ANC Elective Conference concluded on Sunday. Siboniso Duma being elected as the province's new leader. However, it wasn't all smooth sailing, particularly for party President Cyril Ramaphosa, who was booed on arrival at that venue. We're joined by political analyst at the University of Mpumalanga, Khanya Vilakazi. Khanya, good evening. Thanks for your time tonight. Of course, the dust has somewhat settled over that KZN conference. We're now looking at a week where we're going to have the ANC policy conference. Let's talk about the kind of contestation you're expecting to see, especially where there's such deviations from what should or should not be ANC policy.
Hi, Kathy. I think the most important thing that we need to look forward to when it comes to the ANC's policy conference is the fact of step aside as a general accepted policy resolution being scrapped or being championed by other provinces to be removed. Now, this has been a long call from various parts of the ANC throughout the country, but most prominently it came up in the KwaZulu-Natal ANC Elective Conference as a position point that the KZN ANC will take in terms of making sure that the step-aside rule is removed.
How much support are you expecting for the KZN region on this issue?
I think it's unanimous within KZN, owing to the newly elected PEC and the various office bearers. But not only that, Mpumalanga has pronounced on the same issue, Limpopo has pronounced on the same issue, and somewhat Gauteng is in and around this issue of step aside being scrapped in its current form, because it seems as if it is used to eliminate political scores within the ANC.
What happens if post this elective conference then, one of the issues to deliberated on policy-wise is that the step-aside rule should be scrapped?
Well, then I think the only body that could actually remove the step-aside rule or the step-aside resolution in its entirety would be the NEC. But I don't see the NEC doing that in this current juncture leading up to the elective conference in December. I think it will be something that will be accepted by the policy conference as a resolution that will be discussed and removed in December. But up until then, it will be only upon the NEC either to rectify the step-aside policy as it stands, or they'll move forward to December to rectify it through the conference.
This policy conference comes at a difficult time for the party, which is struggling to pay, the salaries of its staff. Many have threatened to actually be staging protests at the venue of this conference. And they've asked why it is they would go ahead with a conference and fund it, knowing that they have staff that are still not paid.
I think the biggest misgiving of the ANC, especially the office of the Treasurer General, Paul Mashatile, who is now the acting or somewhat Secretary General of the ANC. I think in the most parts, his elected duty was to be TG of the party, and his inability to take care of the workers of the ANC leaves a lot to be desired, not only by the workers that work tirelessly in the ANC, but the people that are in the public eye, looking at if that's how you treat your own workers, then what will befall us as the ordinary citizens of South Africa.
All right, let's leave it there for tonight. Khanya Vilakazi is with the University of Mpumalanga.